Okay guys, we did a video going over the roles of the new raid weapons from the Deep Stone Crypt. A lot of interesting weapons there, a lot of new traits that we've never seen before. One of the weapons that intrigued us the most was actually this kinetic sniper rifle Succession. It's in the aggressive frame archetype. It's a beautiful weapon and simultaneously extremely lethal. It's probably the best PVE sniper rifle in the game right now. Previously, Trophy Hunter was my favorite aggressive sniper, but Trophy Hunter is present in the energy slot, meaning it does 10% less damage by default in comparison to Succession. Today guys, we're going to go over a couple of roles here. We're going to talk about this weapon briefly inside of PvP. The focus of today is going over some DPS values and deciding which exact role to go for, and it pretty much goes side by side with the same exact role I recommended for Trophy Hunter. Now first up, big shout outs to Zuri and Lint for both allowing me to get on their accounts and test out a number of different roles. The one that I actually arrived on was this one, which has like the best of both worlds. First up, it comes with either tactical mag or extended mag. On the surface, both of these magazine perks appear to do the exact same thing. They raise the magazine size to 4. Now I think most of us would just default to tactical mag then, but extended mag with backup mag actually increases our magazine size to 5. Tactical mag with backup mag still stays capped at 4. So you actually get one more round in the magazine. The reason why this is important is because of the trait Reconstruction. This weapon slowly reloads itself over time up to double capacity. Now Reconstruction works whether the weapon is in your hand or stowed. Think of it as a slower loading, auto-loading holster that can go double the capacity, and for something like a damage phase, it is fantastic. So for tactical mag, it actually allows you to hold up to 8 rounds at once, and with extended mag and backup mag, it allows you to hold up to 10. Pretty insane. Now the final trait on this weapon is Vorpal Weapon. Vorpal is probably my favorite trait for damage phases, as it just gives you a 15% buff in your weapon's damage. No, you're not breaking the bank, but it's just an added layer of extra damage, tacked on with the fact that this Succession sniper is a kinetic sniper, and you can have somewhere between 8 and 10 rounds. Now which one of these magazine perks is actually the better option? You see, if you go with backup mag, you're having to give up boss spec, meaning you're losing out on that 7.8% increase in damage, which also simultaneously stacks with Vorpal. When we take a look at the damage numbers, Succession by itself does 17,625 damage per crit here at Carl. With Vorpal, it cranks up to 20,269, and with a spec mod on top of that, it goes up to 21,844. So the damage overall with a spec mod and Vorpal is superior, and your total damage is significantly higher in comparison to just a base Succession. Now, backup mag doesn't necessarily increase your total damage. All it does is it increases your magazine size, therefore allowing for more shots to be done at once. The question is, between both of these, which one has better DPS? Extended mag plus backup mag plus Vorpal, or Succession plus Vorpal plus a spec mod? When we actually sat down and calculated the numbers, one magazine, 8 shots with a spec mod, did a total of 174,752 damage over 5.77 seconds. This actually gave us a burst DPS of 30,286. But with 2 extra shots added, extended mag, backup, and Vorpal, this actually gave us a total damage amount of 202,690 over a time duration of 7.26 seconds, giving us a burst DPS of 27,919. Yes, it is less than tactical spec in Vorpal. However, we start to see the DPS here with extended and backup mag start to find itself matching that of tactical and spec when you start to reload. Even though your reload speed is hit pretty significantly here due to the extended mag and its reduction there in reload speed, if you include one magazine plus a reload plus another magazine, these are our total damage numbers for both of these and its time duration, actually giving us a sustained DPS of 23,238 with tactical, and a spec mod at 21,736 with extended mag and backup. Still less, but you can see that it's starting to diminish enough to match that of tactical and spec, meaning in certain situations where you have things that are helping you boost your reload speed, whether it's a reload masterwork, sniper reload perks, Ophidian, Lunafaction boots, or just your dodge ability on hunters to instantly reload, I would say somewhere around 15 rounds or 15 shots, extended mag and backup mag, and its sustained DPS will eventually surpass that of tactical and spec. However, there may be a lot of DPS phases that you just don't have enough time to squeeze off 15 plus shots, which is why I think having both of these present, it's literally the best of both worlds. If you have a role with both tactical and extended mag with Reconstruction and Vorpal, you're golden. If you know your damage phase is going to be long enough. Essentially anything north of 15 seconds, go with extended mag plus backup mag. It also works out perfectly considering you can only hold 21 rounds. And if you notice something about Reconstruction, every time I actually reload, when it reloads, Reconstruction actually has enough time to at least proc once. Like on average, Reconstruction, like if you're just holding the weapon, takes 4 seconds for it to actually throw one bullet from your reserves into your magazine. From what I noticed, it actually would proc right after I would reload an entire mag. So even after I would do a damage phase and unload like 8 rounds with tactical mag, when I would reload, I would actually get 5 rounds to unload again. And considering you have 21 rounds in total, if you were just to do sustained damage with tactical mag, you would actually need to do 3 reloads to get all 21 shots out. Whereas extended mag plus backup mag allows you to shoot off 10 rounds initially, except when you reload this time, instead of you getting 5 rounds, you'll get 5 rounds plus 1 from Reconstruction to allow you to shoot 6 rounds. So you actually only have to reload twice. Hence another reason why in the later rounds, especially past 1 reload revolution, backup mag plus extended mag does eventually surpass that of tactical and a spec mod. However, that's only one part of the story, considering if you are pairing this with something like Anarchy, that time duration that it actually takes for you to swap over to your Anarchy might be enough time for Reconstruction to proc, allowing you to only have to do 2 reloads with tactical and spec mod. Plus, considering that spec mod does increase your overall total damage, again, the numbers here are so fine that it's really just going to come down to what DPS window you have and whether or not you're actually going to have enough time to completely unload every round into your enemy. Speaking of Anarchy though, that is one combination that is absolutely deadly here. A lot of us have looked to slug shotguns as the best combo to pair with Anarchy, more specifically first in, last out, which I definitely love. My experience with this one, there are times when you just can't slug shotgun a boss. Gambit's a great example of that. But this Anarchy aggressive sniper combo is something that you can definitely do, and you can do it relatively safely from afar. I'm not necessarily killing the bank on damage, but I gotta say I was outperforming the rest of my team by a hell of a lot. And considering that it is an aggressive sniper rifle, one thing I do like about this over Rapids, more specifically over Cloud Strike, especially if you're not taking advantage of something like Divinity, is landing crit after crit is relatively easy, or at least easier. Rapid fire sniper rifles, right? You're just sitting there spamming your shots as fast as you can, because the moment you slow that rate of fire down, you know in the back of your mind, your DPS is really starting to dip off, right? The whole point of rapid fire sniper rifles is to just unload everything all at once. Aggressives are a lot more about pacing, and with something like Reconstruction, you get that ability. Now, Succession is doing 10% more damage than something like Trophy Hunter, but can Trophy Hunter still beat this weapon out? Considering that Trophy Hunter can roll with 2 things that Succession can't roll with. Number 1, appended mag, which when paired with backup mag, does increase the magazine size to 5, and triple tap. Now, triple tap with appended mag, or even extended mag with backup mag, does allow for 7 shots to be fired. But 2 things have to occur. Number 1, you gotta land all crits in order to proc that perk. And number 2, it's still only 7 rounds, which is still 1 less than Reconstruction and tactical mag. And even higher than that is extended mag and Reconstruction and backup mag, meaning that Succession here is definitely the clear winner for multiple reasons. This Reconstruction trait offers a level of forgiveness by allowing you to start off initially with high burst DPS without having to sustain crit after crit. You mess up once, you get flinch, and you don't land that crit, your DPS isn't just gonna plummet. And I think Succession in this sandbox, especially considering there are bosses that we can't just whack down with our swords, or we can't reach with a slug shotty, this sniper rifle paired with Anarchy is a fantastic DPS option to go with. Now, for my PvP players that are wondering, should I go with Succession? I haven't exactly played with the God role for PvP. I did play with it yesterday, and like all 50 zoom sniper rifles, I have complained quite a bit actually. Starting to get a little old. However, something I did like about 50 zoom is in Gambit. Yeah, the increase in zoom is kind of nice in here. The weapon does have pretty decent aim assist as an aggressive sniper rifle, almost matching that of Dread Adventure. And I think for long range encounters, you'll appreciate some of the benefits that snipers received in this sandbox with that increase in target acquisition in relation to zoom. I do think that the moving target snapshot role for this weapon is definitely still the way to go for PvP, but hands down for my PvE players, Reconstruction, Vorpal, damage phase all day long. Fellas and ladies, thank you all for coming and watching, and as always,
slap that like button like your mama told you right.